Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Hope everybody's having a great day. I got a couple of new finds, a new release that I received, and I wanted to do a quick update on my 250 subs contest, which ends tomorrow night. Just a quick update. We got a dozen entries so far. I'm going to read them off. If you've made an entry and your name's not on here, let me know right away and I'll add you on there. So far I have Bill from Vinyl Verse, James Griffith, Vinyl Professor, Hannah, Omaha Introvert, Jolly Roger, Dave Ray, Chris from First Pressings Goodness, Dave from Culture Fan, John Bellamy, Chris from Vinyl Transmission, Steve Whitty, Brian from Shamrock and Records, and Tales from the Crate. So I got a dozen entries, and I'm going to draw the winner on Monday morning. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, midnight will be the last entry. Basically, it was choose 5 bands that were very successful, and then someone left that band and went solo and also recorded a successful album, or recorded an album that wasn't so successful. So 5 entries, 5 albums, bands, 5 solo artists from those bands. That's that. So I was away for about a week. We went down to Pittsburgh, visiting some friends, and I stopped in at Jerry's, which is a legendary record store. And they didn't have exactly what I was looking for. I mean, I was looking for certain things that they didn't have, but I found some things that I didn't know I needed, which was great. And the prices were real decent, and quality was great. Everything looked super clean. So I got a couple of blues albums and a couple of jazz albums. So I'll start off with sort of blues rock, Canned Heat. I don't know this particular album. They're live at Topanga Corral. I was looking for Hooker and Heat, which they didn't have, but this one popped up, and I've seen this on the VC recently, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Again, I haven't cleaned these yet or listened to them yet, but I'm sure it's great. Canned Heat, how bad could it be? Love them. Also got, in the blues category, James Cotton Band, 100% Cotton. Looking forward to this one. This is, what is it on? On Buddha Records from, I don't have a date on it, but that's okay. Matt Guitar Murphy's on here with him. So that's got, I know it's a classic album. I think it's from the mid-70s, 74. So, James Cotton, 100% Cotton. Another one, another blues album. I'm really happy to get this one. Jimmy Reed, 16 Greatest Hits on Trip Records. But obviously it's a compilation, not a high-end company, Trip Records. So I'm sure the quality will be okay, but it's clean as can be. And it has Bright Lights, Big City on it, which I love. Big Boss Man, Going to New York, I Want to Be Loved, Outskirts of Town, etc. So looking forward to that. Little Jimmy Reed. Love Jimmy Reed. Next one is one that I had on CD years ago, and really happy to find it on vinyl. It's obviously a classic, is Louis Armstrong and his Hot Fives. This is volume 1 and remastered from the tapes. Of course, it was remastered at the time digitally, so it's basically not to vinyl, but to digital. But it's great, classic stuff, and it is a promo, which is sort of cool up there in the corner. I don't think it's the right label, because I thought I checked it out. No, it's a regular. But looking forward to that. All from the 1920s. 1926, mostly 25. Classic Louis Armstrong. Heebie-Jeebies. Muskrat Ramble. Who's It? King of the Zulus. Big Fat Mama and Skinny Papa. Gut Bucket Blues. I mean, great stuff. Really great stuff. So, early Louis Armstrong and the Hot Fives. Also in jazz, lucky to pick this up. Gene Ammons, Velvet Soul, on Prestige. Really nice, clean copy. Nice Prestige label. The jacket's a little bit dirty in the back, as you can see, but that's not the big, no big deal for me. Love the way Gene Ammons plays. Great tenor sax player. Also on here is Mal Waldron playing piano on a couple of tunes. That's really great. And yeah, looking forward to getting that spin. Gene Ammons. Next one I was looking for, anything by this guy because I don't have enough. And that's Charlie Parker, Bird. And this is Bird at St. Nick's Jazz Workshop with Al Haig on piano, Roy Haynes on drums, Red Rodney on trumpet, and Tommy Potter on bass. Fantasy Records. And like I say, you can never get enough Charlie Parker in your collection. I don't have nearly enough Charlie Parker. So I was really happy to pick this up really clean. And then the one I really was excited about, really happy to get, is my favorite jazz musician of all time, is Thelonious Monk. And this is Monk Mysterioso, 1965, I think. Again, a little water damage, but the vinyl's clean as can be, with Charlie Rouse on tenor sax, Larry Gales on bass, and Ben Riley on drums. Again, I used to have this in vinyl back in the day and got rid of it with all my other records, so I'm real happy to bring this back into the fold, add it to my collection. It's just a great, great album. Does everything from Mysterioso, Light Blue, I'm Getting Sentimental Over You, Honeysuckle Rose. Just fantastic. Just, to me, the greatest jazz musician of all time, Thelonious Monk. And then, for the first time ever, I pre-ordered an album, which I've never done before. And I knew it was going to get here when we got back. And the day I got back, it showed up on the door, so I was real excited for the new Ry Cooder album, The Prodigal Son. Listened to it once, liked it a lot. It's basically him redoing a lot of gospel songs from the 20s and 30s. A couple of original tunes in here. Songwriting, I mean, the music is great, but the lyrics on some of the ones he wrote himself, I thought a little bit lame, but I got to give it more time. But musically, it's just a great, great album, and I love a lot of that old gospel stuff. So, the new Ry Cooder album with his son, Joachim Cooder, plays percussion on most of the album. So that's just a quick couple of new things I got. Just wanted to give people a heads up that they got one more day on the contest. Hope everybody's having a great time. Looks like spring has finally arrived here in Maine. The tulips are out and the trees are getting buds on them. So looking forward to getting outside and enjoying that. Hope everybody has a great Mother's Day. Don't forget Mom. And until next time, peace.